This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by
NordVPN. Get advanced security, internet freedom, and complete privacy. Save 73% off the 2-year plan plus 4 months free with code MMANUTS. Wild Alaskan Company. Healthy, affordable, convenient fish sent right to your door. Save $25 off with code BIGFISH25. Hotel Collection. Bring luxury hotels scenting home. Save 35% off with code MMA35. Renu Therapy. Earn your health benefits daily with a cold plunge. Save $200 off with code MMA200. Defense Soap. Everyday soaps for everybody. Use code MMANUTS to save 15% off your order.
Hey fans, this is MMA Nuts episode 606.
606, not 666.
Thank God. My name's Ingo Weigold.
Matt Groth at my show. By my fans, for my fans, walking the line between serious and ridiculous.
Red rum.
Ooh, I like red rum. I scare all the kids in my neighborhood come Halloween with my red rum display.
There you go. So what's happening, Matt? Spring has sprung.
It has, but then I hear we're supposed to snow. Oh, tomorrow's supposed to be real fucking stormy. I don't know if it's by us. Definitely near where my daughter's going to school. To the point where like one of her professors already canceled class. Like fuck that, because I think he commutes to the school and he said, I'm not fucking coming in. You guys just stay home. I'm like, great. And let's see. Blackhawks. I won't say bursts. I'll say Blackhawks in last place right now. I think there's only 6 or 7 games left. We can continue to lose. I don't want to promote losing, but you guys can continue to lose. So you can have a 25% chance to have the best player. Whoever gets that guy is going to fucking do good. Connor Bedard. It's got a weird name.
It's a lotto though, isn't it?
Yeah. So but if you finish dead last, the worst you're guaranteed is you get 1, 2, or 3. Okay. You have the best shot at getting 1, and then if you don't get that, you don't get 2, you're guaranteed number 3. So there's one super good player, and then there's like 3 other pretty fucking good guys, but one of them's Russian, and no one really wants to take him because you don't know if he's gonna come back here. Yeah, because he's playing over in Russia, so he may be stuck. You don't know. And I think he's got a contract for like 2 or 3 additional years out there. So you never know. It's kind of a hit or miss with that guy. So you just want the number 1 pick and then see what happens. And then I think when's the NFL draft? It's not that far away. I think it's like in 20, right? Like 3 weeks, something like that. So
I think it's late April, early May. Yep. So
we'll see what happens. It's exciting
just
times.
Keeps rolling, man. Keeps rolling.
Because you can only hit the bottom. Like both, like the Bears finish in last place. The Blackhawks are on the verge of finishing in last place. You can only go up. That's how I see both of these teams. You can only get better. You can't get fucking worse than being the worst. And some of it's by design. Like you're designing it to be in last place. So we'll see what happens. So speaking of last place, I don't know how this translates, but what happened with the UFC and the WWE, Ingo?
Well, Endeavor, the parent company, I believe earlier today bought World Wrestling, WWE, and they're looking at merging these 2 companies into a $21 billion, like, I don't even know what you call it, megalopoly. Like this is I think this might be the largest deal in sports that's ever happened. And they, I don't even, I try to figure out like how much was the WWE actually bought for? Because I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know if they, I mean, I think if you dig through everything, you can figure it out, because I want to say they valued it at $9 billion and they valued the UFC at $12 billion. But I don't know if they're paying $4.5 billion. I just know that Endeavor is going to own, I think, 51% of the stock, and then the other side keeps 49%. So they have the controlling interest. But they basically said the new company will be led by Emmanuel, will be the CEO, and he will also continue in his role as CEO of Endeavor. Vince McMahon will be executive chairman of the board, and Mark Shapiro, will be president and chief operating officer of both Endeavor and a new company. Dana White will continue in his role as president of the UFC, and Nick Khan will serve as president of WWE. The board of directors will consist of 11 members, will be appointed at a later date, 6 of whom will be appointed by Endeavor and 5 of whom by the WWE. So with all that said, what the fuck does this mean for the fighters or wrestlers?
Well, I think the wrestlers are going to continue to make way more money. Because I think
are they going to get their salaries cut?
I'm not sure, but the thing that I'm, like Ariel Helwani may have been a pioneer in this space, because he had talked about like a decade ago, like about how there is a lot of overlap in wrestling and UFC and MMA, especially, and how he was I remember him talking about this potentially like being a cool thing. And I gotta say, like, I don't know, like maybe it's an opportunity for some of these fighters to make some big time money, like cross promoting and doing things. And I'm kind of a fan. Like, this is a huge, I just don't, one thing I don't understand is like, how come no one's complaining about this? Because everyone always has a problem with these large mergers, but no one cares. It's like entertainment, whatever.
No, because it's entertainment.
$21 billion. That's insane. It's a lot of money,
Yeah, and then like you brought up Ariel. I wonder, because I thought he was doing shit with the WWE.
Yes.
And back in the day, he was working for Fox, and basically UFC did that deal with Fox, and then Dana White got him fired from Fox. So I wonder if he gets fired from the WWE now, unfortunately. But I don't give a fuck what he does or what happens, but that's one interesting thing to kind of keep an eye on. The other thing I wonder is, I don't watch the WWE, so I don't know how much advertising they have, but just looking at how much advertising the UFC has and how much advertising the WWE has, I can imagine like they're going to be the new fucking NASCAR, because that seems to be the Endeavor model. Like, how much fucking real estate do we have, and then how much can we put out there?
A lot. Are we allowed to show videos if it was tweeted out by WWE?
Yeah, you can go ahead. I'll figure out if I'll leave it in or not. Go ahead.
I just want to show you this. Like, just to give you an idea of what's possible. Over the weekend, we got Logan Paul versus KSI doing a little match on WrestleMania. There he is, puts him on the table, right? And you can see this is, I didn't include audio because just to save you, but there's like advertising everywhere. They got the Prime guy in the action. Like, literally, there's a advertiser involved in the action.
Yeah, it's Logan's advertiser, and I think him and KSI are part owners or whatever, and KSI's in the Prime fucking thing.
Yep. So boom. So I mean, good for him. I think the sky's the limit with this. I think I'm wondering, is the referee gonna start having ads on him in the UFC? Are we gonna have like the referee cam?
I'm open to a referee cam.
I feel like it's good. It's like a merger because WWE is great at entertaining, right? So if we can borrow some of that stuff and put it in the UFC, not by way of like hockey where they
oh my god, fucking the players are still disappearing on the boards. They go, they still have not fixed it. They just don't give a fuck about the fans.
Not that, but all the good stuff, and I don't know. I feel like it's going to be cool. For some reason, I'm really excited. Like I don't know, maybe I'll start watching wrestling. I have no idea.
Well, I wonder how much more crossover. Like, will you have more? They're going to be more open to letting wrestlers come into the UFC. We're going to be more open to letting UFC fighters go over. Because I was just trying to think. Besides, you have Brock Lesnar. He's in there. I don't know if Ronda Rousey's still over. Valerie Loretta is in the WWE or one of them fucking wrestling organizations. I don't know because I don't follow them, but I would imagine there's going to be way more crossover because I think even DC was doing special reffing for the WWE.
He was.
But now you could potentially have Brock come back too and fight fucking John Jones.
Oh, you want to talk a little bit of Brock? I have some Brock video for you. Here he is at WrestleMania as well against the giant Omos. I don't even know, like, this is like reminds me of, there's Brock doing his thing. This guy's the giant Omos. I don't know who this, I just know that's his name. I'm not sure why they call him the giant, other than I think he's really big. And Brock is all like, I'm gonna suplex you. Boom. That's my favorite in wrestling. We're like, oh, my back. Oh, my back. It's like
he's going to that Viking dude.
He's going again. Bam. Do it again. And the crowd's going crazy.
Brock's they're like, really amped up for this.
My back, Suplex City. And then just when you think he's had enough, oh no, Matt, here we go. Brock's like, one more time for
this reminds me of Roy McDonald versus Nate Diaz.
Yeah, okay, it's not done yet. Look at Brock's hairdo, by the way. It's like a Viking type thing. Now he's got the power. He's ready. He's looking juiced to the gills. And he goes, come here, man. I'm gonna pick you up. And then I still don't understand how he actually did that, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
So I don't see Brock coming back to MMA. I mean, just
how old? I got to figure that out. How old is he now?
I think he's 43.
Let's see. Well, for heavyweight, that's always still potential, but I think he just gets handled by John Jones. He's 45.
He's 45. Yeah, no chance. I plus he doesn't like the stand-up game, so that's gonna be tough.
No, and he'd have to cut 20 plus pounds again to get in there 50. And fail a drug test yet again.
Yeah. So I'm pretty stoked. I think this is going to be interesting. Let's see how this plays out. Maybe they'll do some cross-promoted events like wrestling and MMA in the same card. That'd be crazy.
Or slap fighting. Are they gonna fucking have everybody slap fight? The wrestlers could slap fight.
Oh god,
that would probably be more entertaining to have the professional wrestlers legitimately slap fighting each other. They pretty much hit each other anyway. Might as well slap fight it. And then, did you see what Vince McMahon looks like now? He was out there promoting the deal.
Oh wow, is that real?
Yes, he's 77. He looks like the fucking guy from Weekend at Bernie's, where they're just wheeling him around.
Oh
but hey, man, he looks great except for that cheesy fucking salesman mustache. I don't like it. You'd be better off with the Hitler mustache if you're gonna go that fucking route. Like
it's like a little Giuseppe mustache or something.
Yeah, I don't like it. That's like a sneaky fucker. You look like a sneaky fucker with a thin mustache. Don't do that shit. Yeah. You're trying to pull one over on us, and I think maybe you did. If you're valued at whatever 9 billion and fucking UFC, and let's talk about the UFC. Jesus Christ, because they just bought them for 4 billion, and who is verifying that they're worth 12 billion? Because they just tripled the value in not so long of a time, which could be true with all the fucking sponsorship bullshit they're doing with the amount of sponsors on the Octagon, the amount of like ads that they're throwing at you during the fucking broadcast. Like John Anik, I think he's got to get in an ad per round, and then when they do like Bruce Buffer announcing the main event, he's doing like 2 or 3 ad reads. Plus they're doing like here's this movie that's coming out this week, or this video game that's coming out. So they're just making bank. And the question is, are the fighters going to get more money?
No. What do you think?
Well, I'm just trying to think, like, with fighters or wrestlers, I think everyone's taking a pay cut, unfortunately. But it's like, if you're worth that much money, like, shouldn't people make more? If you're getting that much from sponsors, and I forgot what they said what the profit margins of the UFC were. I think it was high 30s. Like, you can't break off 1%.
No.
For like the fucking fighters and all this shit.
No.
Yeah, well, and that was their other move, right? Was cheaper talent. So they got rid of like all the high paid veterans or let a lot of them walk to other organizations. And then they just sign like all these guys from Dana White's, whatever, Tuesday Night Fights or guys probably on the Tough Show. So it's like cheaper talent, fill cards, make bank.
Sell ad space.
Yeah, that's what it's turning into now. I'll have more to follow on that later in the show.
Speaking of ad space, Matt,
let's sell some.
You like that segue?
I do.
This episode is brought to you by Manscaped. And what a perfect time considering April is Testicular Cancer Awareness Month to help raise awareness and to fundraise for a great cause.
That's
the leaders in below the waist grooming partnered with the Testicular Cancer Society to remind you to check your golden nuggets this month for anything not so golden. And while you're down there, shave your balls while you save your balls. Support a good,
I like it.
Support a good
Shave
cause.
it and save it.
And go to manscaped.com and use code MMANUTS20 to get 20% off and free shipping.
That's what it's all about. And since April is National Testicular Cancer Awareness Month, I want to take a second to talk about men's health issues that are important to me, like shaving your balls, saving your balls, that kind of stuff. Did you know? Here we go. One guy every hour, every day is diagnosed with testicular cancer. So this is a reminder to all the men listening to check yourselves before you rickety wreck yourselves. And then something that I can't say because it's not appropriate anymore. But check out this cool shirt.
Whoa.
We save balls.
I like it. And remember, folks, 20% off and free shipping with the code MMANUTS20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with code MMANUTS20 at manscaped.com. Make sure to spread the news and tell your buddies to check themselves before they wreck themselves in Testicular Awareness Month.
That's right.
Check your buddy's balls. I don't know. It's a friend thing to do. I have no idea.
Or have a lady check your balls.
Even better. Or a guy. Whatever.
Guys, do whatever it takes. I don't give a fuck. And also, support for today's episode comes from True Classic. As a people-driven brand, True Classic believes that the clothes you wear should make you feel confident and comfortable so you could show up as the best version of yourself every day. This is your one-stop shop for all your wardrobe essentials. Their shirts have a premium fit that's tighter in the shoulders and biceps for that extra boost of confidence. You heard me. Confidence. From t-shirts and polos to activewear, denim, button-downs, hoodies, joggers, boxer briefs, and everything in between. They have everything you need and go. It's time to upgrade your wardrobe today, and we have an exclusive deal for our listeners. We want to hook you up with some True Classic for a limited time only. You can get 25% off with the code MMA25 at trueclassic.com.
Finally, a brand that keeps things consistent. True Classic is built and designed for a man's body, so no matter which product you buy, you can feel confident you'll get a premium fit that's consistent across all styles. Break up with your go-to shirt and make the switch to True Classic.
That's right. You get comfortable, get going, and upgrade your wardrobe with True Classic. You get 25% off at trueclassic.com with code MMA25. The free shipping is included on purchases over $100, 100% risk-free guarantee with a 30-day return policy. You can't go wrong. Here you go. You can't go wrong. It's look good, feel good season. I almost got that right at the end. I always keep choking on my words. And back to the show.
Can we talk a little Gamebread Boxing?
Sure.
Yes, thank you. Anthony Pettis boxed Roy Jones Jr. over the weekend in Gamebred Boxing 4, and he won, I believe, a decision victory.
Yeah, majority decision.
Showtime says it's crazy. Even after the day after I woke up, like, did that really just happen? It's Roy Jones. I grew up watching this guy. What he's done in his career is amazing. So it's crazy to even say it out loud. It's insane.
Did you see how much he weighed, by the way, in the pictures?
He looked a little not svelte.
198.5. Here's the views of him at 145, 155, 170, 198.5.
What happened to the jawline?
Yeah, we're on the gear.
He's looking a little
potentially,
yeah,
allegedly.
But, I mean, okay, good for him, but I will just say, isn't Roy Jones Jr. like 200 years old or something?
Yeah, and I don't know how hard everyone's going, and like, are we keeping this? Because remember, was it him and Tyson that had that other fight? Like, I forget who Roy fought. Where it was like a weird sparring match.
Oh, I think that
yeah,
was
it was those two.
Mike Tyson.
November 20th, where I think they both agreed, like, let's not punch each other in the head. Let's kind of just go to the body. So I just don't know how hard he's actually going. And yeah, he's going to be, what, 54 years old. And Pettis is going to be probably 42, would be my guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull him up here. Oh, fuck. Pettis is only 36.
Yeah, he's like a young guy.
Jesus Christ, man. Yeah. That's not the way I thought it would go. But again, a lot of decisions on that card, because you also had Vitor Belfort beating Jacare Souza via unanimous decision.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other fight, Jose Aldo and Jeremy Stevens declared a majority draw. So kind of weird. Because I thought for sure Jose is going to win that. But you never know with these fucking boxing, like we've seen numerous times. Probably the most fixed sport out there.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And I'm still wondering, like, how is Masvidal paying all these guys? Because I would imagine not cheap. And I don't remember if they fought in, I'm assuming they fought in Florida because it's a Masvidal thing. I don't know if they're releasing pay in Florida anymore. It was a nice where a lot of these states were releasing fighter pay, but and then all of a sudden it just became secretive. So I think there's only a handful of states now that will release the pay, because I'd like to see what they're getting paid. Because I would imagine you got to pay those guys at least $100,000 to show up for a fucking boxing match.
Maybe
they're all names, right?
Yeah, I mean, you never know these days what they're actually going to pay out. Because I was looking up one championship. Did you hear about the news on them? They just some pay was leaked, and this never surprises me. And I wonder if this ties into like this kind of thing. Who knows what they're actually paying them? Because if you look at there's a tweet from Analia Tuktagonova, however you say that name. Anyways, she was making her debut fight, and look at these guaranteed money: 1,300 to show and 1,300 to win. Like, how is this even? This is insane. Like, and this is like, we thought the UFC was bad at paying out like 10 or 12, right? This is like $1,300. Like, I don't even know if that covers the food for the training. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
well, like, and imagine your 10% fee to your fucking gym or your manager. Like, here's your $130
gas
or whatever,
airplane fees, you name it. So it's like they're coming under some fire, because basically I think you're seeing more and more of this where promotions are not paying, but it's like they're using the UFC, like just like the UFC, they're using the fighters to off the backs of the fighters, you know, and
it's how it's always been. But that's why they need to, these athletic commissions need to publish salaries so everybody knows the good, the bad, and the ugly, so we can see that. Because 1,300 is fucking unacceptable. I don't care what level she is. I don't give a fuck if it's their first fight, but that's fucking. Well, you might as well be fighting a goddamn tough man contest for that kind of money.
Right. And the thing is this, though, like, as long as there's fighters willing to sign on the dotted line.
That's slap fighter, right? 2 and 2.
It's like, then this will keep going on. We need to unionize or have the commission like publish, like you said, so that the fans could put pressure on the promotions, you know, somehow.
Yeah. And the media.
And the media, yeah. So
yep. And then we should probably talk a little fights this weekend. Here we go. UFC 287. Pajera versus Adesanya 2. But this is like the 4th time they fought. So riddle me this. How the fuck is Pajera the fucking underdog when he's beat Adesanya 3 fucking times?
Yes, and in multiple different types of fighting.
Right? It's
So,
like if you've beat someone so many times, you are so in their head. I do not like fucking Adesanya's chances, even though, yes, he was winning a majority of that fight, but you still didn't win. And I think mentally that's going to break him in this fight. So
I agree. I mean, I don't, some things you just can't recover from in some sense. I mean, you look at what just happened with the last UFC. We had what we thought was going to be Edwards Usman. We thought was going to be
right,
like pretty one-sided, ended up being pretty one-sided in the other direction. And I think this is no different, because the dude's in his head. I don't see how he, like you said, I don't see this going well, for Adesanya. And I think this is going to be over quickly, honestly. Like I'm thinking first rounder. So that's
I could see that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm taking Alex in that one. And then the second fight, I'll pull it back up here. Gilbert Burns versus Jorge Masvidal. Look at the fucking odds on this. I think this is ridiculous too. Minus 490.
Jeez.
Like he's that much of a favorite over Jorge. I don't fucking buy into
Jorge's
that.
lost like 100 fights in a row though, hasn't he?
Yeah, I'll pull up his record here.
I think it's 3 or 4.
Yeah, well, look at these fought. So he fought Colby Covington, fought a fucking wrestler, fought Usman, another fucking wrestler, fought Usman before that, another fucking wrestler. And then it was Nate Diaz for the BMF title, Ben Askren before that, Darren Till before that. So it's just he's had, and it's like tough fights. Lost to Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, lost to Damian Maia. That was a closer fight though. I still like Masvidal in this fight. And I think Masvidal even said, he's like, if I lose this, I'm probably retiring. I'm probably calling it quits from fighting. So you really want him to win so that they can make that title fight versus Leon Edwards, because they have that story still of the 3-piece and a fucking whatever. You gotta have that fight. And then the rest of the card is just kind of dog shit. I forgot who else was on here. Michael Chiesa versus someone, and someone he was supposed to fight pulled out. So the rest of the card is kind of not great. You have like bantamweights could give a shit about. Kevin Holland, Ponzinibbio. Another bantamweight fight. Shell Watterson on the undercard. Like I would probably move that fight up. I think she's a better sell than anyone else. It's about ranked fighters.
Loopy Gomez. Still a fucking funny first name.
I know.
Who names their kid Loopy? What the hell?
Exactly.
Parents were all crazy.
So yeah, and then probably talk about some other sponsor. How about this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Let's talk about sex, guys. Shouldn't you always be at your best? 2023 is the year to maximize your performance in the bedrooms. Listen up, bluechew.com.
The process is simple. Sign up at bluechew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. And the best part, it's all done on the internet, so no visiting the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Blue Chew's tablets are made in the US of A and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package for your package.
That's right. Package is your package. It comes in like a cardboard envelope, and then inside that is a black envelope. Whoa. And then it does stuff. It's good stuff. So Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at bluechew.com. Chew it and do it. We've got a special deal for our listeners. You can try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code MMANUTS at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's bluechew.com, promo code MMANUTS to receive your first month free. Visit bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
Also brought to you by Miracle Brand. Did you know that traditional bed sheets can harbor more bacteria than a toilet seat?
I did not know that.
Ew, it can lead to acne, allergies, and stuffy noses, and it's just disgusting and gross. Miracle Made offers a whole line of self-cleaning, eco-friendly bedding, such as sheets, pillowcases, and comforters that prevent 99% of bacteria and require 3 times less laundry.
That's right. You don't even have to wash these. You could just probably keep them on your bed for a fucking year. You'd be good to go. You got that shit. Silver kills like everything. Vampires, I think it injures them. I think we said it kills werewolves. You're not gonna have nightmares potentially. I don't know. I could be talking crazy talk, but you can get self-cooling properties for better sleep. You're using the silver infused fabrics. I just talked about that. Originally developed by NASA. Miracle Made sheets are thermo-regulating. They're kind of like other things on your body and designed to keep you at the perfect temperature all night long. So you get better sleep every night. And that's what it's all about.
Like Lionel Richie all night long.
That's right.
Go to try miracle.com/MMA to try it today. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Save over 40% and be sure to use our promo code MMA at checkout to save even more and get 3 free towels. And Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/MMA and use the code MMA to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/MMA to treat yourself. Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode.
That's right. You'd be like Jorge Masvidal. You get a free 3-piece. Come on. Come get some. You'd be like, what's up, Leon Edwards? What's up?
Damn it. Now I want some chicken wings.
See?
Ugh.
I couldn't even tell you the last time I had those chicken wings. It's probably been over a year. That's no good.
Speaking of chicken wings, did you hear about this?
What?
We have our 5-time UFC former champion, the Maniac, Tim Sylvia.
I only see half the picture.
Oh, can you see the whole thing?
There you go. Thank you.
Okay, sorry. It takes
place.
Look,
it's felt.
Saturday, April 22nd in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Slap Fight 25. He faces the Bulldozer. I think combined, it's like 650 pounds of heavyweight
of man meat. Yes.
So
can I get that delivered to my house? I'd like 650 plus pounds of man meats.
Any way you slice it,
in my mouth,
probably getting KO'd. So I don't know where you watched that, but I
don't know.
Live pay-per-view sometime on Fight and slapfight.live.
Oh, that's where all the freak show shit's going. Hey, Tim Sylvia is only 47. And he signed a multi-fight or slap agreement. I'm not sure what you call these guys. Are they fighters or slappers? I feel like you're a slapper. You're not a fighter. You're a slapper.
It's crazy.
Well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully he still has a chin at 47. Because I think some people were giving him shit and bringing up the CTE. Like, how can you let a 47-year-old come in here? Because I think there was some drama with Tim in 2019 where he failed a slew of drug tests and his fight was called off. Hey, I'm like, Brock Lesnar did the same fucking thing. So, but they let Brock fight. Whatever. So what are you going to do? These things happen. And then, we're talking about the UFC. I saw this thing come up and I want to say, how much farther can the UFC jump the shark for ad money? So I don't know if you saw this. You can get your name on the canvas for $999.99. So basically you put your name in and on I think there's a picture here where you could see a very thin area of the octagon, like up here will be names. So it's
Oh man.
And then they send you like a plaque with it cut out. You're not gonna fucking see that during the broadcast, but I don't know how much. I want to say there was like 14 names per side of the inner octagon, that thin black line. So something like 112,000. And I don't know if they're just doing it for the paid events or not.
He's
what the fuck?
He's crazy, man.
Because it's reminding me of that Ready Player One video game where or the movie where they're talking about the video game, and there's a line in there where the guy is saying, the bad guy talking about owning the virtual world and seeing how much advertising they can put on the screen at once. And he says, we estimate we could sell up to 80% of an individual's visual field before inducing seizures. And I feel like that's where we're at. Just make the whole thing a fucking ad. That's all it's become now. It's kind of like this show.
Kind of like that. Exactly.
Yeah. So anyway. What else is happening?
Well, I have one last thing.
Yep.
I don't know if you've followed any of this Britney stuff going on, but
there's a lot of Britneys.
Spears.
Okay. So, I like this. I like where you're going with this.
Yeah. So
hit me, baby, one more time. Come on.
So here's her Instagram. Some things are
she's
happening.
Going off the rails. I love it.
She's just lost her conservatorship is all done, so like she can do whatever she wants. Here she is. I'm hoping you can see as I click.
Wow.
Through. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff happening here. Kind of if you scroll through, like there's some normal random weird stuff, a lot of selfies with weird things, but then there's also like, you know, that kind of stuff that I was talking about. So here in the tub. I don't know. Like, do you think someone should put a stop to this? Should we continue this? Should we promote this?
Yes, you should totally put a stop to women taking off all their clothes and posting pictures online. That's so unnatural.
It's dangerous, Matt. They can't.
I could go blind. I could shoot something in my eye and never see again. You know. Yes. I think that's great. Great for her. Good for her. There's racier pictures of her out there. Okay. I'm just saying. And when is she going to start an OnlyFans? Could you imagine like one of these ladies starts an OnlyFans? Like how off the chart it would be?
I could imagine it would be pretty crazy.
And I'll just say this. I like Paige Van Zant did a complimentary subscription to her OnlyFans. So I had to subscribe for research purchases. You heard me, purposes. And once again, this whole OnlyFans thing is just a big scam. So they just give you very like PG-13 rated pictures. But if you want to see the goods, you really got to pony up and pay more. So it's kind of a scam because you're not really getting anything more than they're posting on Twitter. Yeah, which is unfortunate because if you're paying like a monthly fee, feel like you should get some nakeds, and they're not really giving you nakeds. I get if you want to like show your butthole, you probably need to pay money for that kind of shit. But whatever. I'm not that guy. I'm not paying. You're not paying
for buttholes?
No. I'm looking, but I'm not paying.
Okay. I see. There's a difference. Obviously.
That's right. Let's switch topics a little bit. We'll come back to that direction in a second.
Oh, geez.
Let's see a little sub of the week.
Okay.
I don't know what organization this is in, but I always see these things floating around, and there you go. Enjoy.
To the armbar. There it is. Better quickly pull out. Jeez, pull
it's
out.
Tight. It's tight now. Kimura.
Oh, my God.
Oh. And you're welcome.
Wow. That was brutal. That snap.
It's like celery, like a stalk of celery that just or a crisp carrot.
People just get so excited.
Pickle in your mouth, you know.
They don't tap, huh?
Stupid. That was like what? Big Nog, Frank Mir on Big Nog, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then let's do a little KO of the week. I don't remember what year this is from. I just see them and I post them like they're brand new.
Oh, damn.
Whenever you go face first, that's always a bad sign.
That's a nasty
like elbow to the temple.
Nighty night, people.
walk off KO. And then I don't know if this was a real fight canvas, but this was alleged for the Fight Circus 6. I like this one. It's a little familiar. This is like the original UFC logo.
Oh yeah, that does look like
I
that.
dig that.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, and he's got the one boxing glove on. Gotta dig that.
I love it. Yeah.
I don't know if that's what they went with, but it might have just been design. That was going on. I saw this. I don't know what the hell to make of this, but here you go. So apparently Prism is going to release the autographed fucking Hezbollah Magabodov. You heard me right. Hear me now, believe me later. Why is he becoming overrated? I feel like I'm seeing him too much now.
It's like Connor. He's jumping the shark.
Yeah, well, it's what can we make a buck on? There's this little guy with his cell phone.
Yep.
Fighting the power. Fight the power. And then I saw, we were talking about OnlyFans. Like, I didn't know Camelia Oliveira, UFC ring card girl, she has an OnlyFans. So again, we're giving out samples on Twitter.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, good for her. Like, I didn't know. I don't know what else she's got. I don't know if there's anything else in her fucking things, but you know.
Good Lord. Good Lord. I like the glasses. Nice.
Yep. That's a good look. It's a good
Big
look
fan.
for her. Oh yeah, that was her Valentine's Day post. I remember that one. She's doing the Lord's work over there.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully. Check that one out. Yep. I think that was about it. A little Ask the Nuts. Someone said, is Stipe getting a title shot next worse than Colby getting one next?
Nah, it's not worse. It's better.
Yeah, I agree. I think he deserves the beating that's coming to him.
Oh, geez.
Greatest heavyweight ever, or whatever the fuck is on his Twitter
could shock
profile.
the world, Matt. He could shock the world.
He could. I don't see it happening. Training part-time. I just don't see it. Mm-hmm. And then you got Knowledge. Just move to Knowledge.
I actually do. I have a question for Knowledge. I saw this cool infographic thing where it proposed the question, and the year is 1991. You have $100 to spend. Book a stadium show with these bands. So for the listeners, we got $5. We got like King's X, Pantera, Ugly Kid Joe, Sepultura. You got a $10 one, Suicidal Tendencies, Soundgarden, Anthrax, Testament, Queensryche at $20, Slayer, Faith No More, Alice Cooper. Faith No More is underrated. If I know they have that one hit, but they got some good shit. Megadeth at $30, Scorpions, Judas Priest, Skid Row. $40 row is Van Halen, Queen, Iron Maiden, Ozzy Osbourne, and then at $50, it's GNR, AC/DC, Motley Crue, and Metallica. What are you picking? How are you making this happen?
Well, let's see. Who have I actually seen in concert here? Skid Row. They opened for fucking Bon Jovi. Skid Row got booed off the stage. they still performed anyway. I've seen Van Halen. That was a fucking really good concert. I've seen Motley Crue. Man, this is a tough call because it's definitely going to go with Soundgarden because that's a bonus. Like for $10,
for $10, it's a steal.
You like go fuck yourself. Like so, I have 90, and like I'm hard pressed because I like Motley Crue is one of my favorite bands back in the day. So, but if you got fucking Queen in there, like I'd love to see Queen. So I think I got to go Soundgarden, Queen, blow my fitty right there, and then I got to take a top tier. Like, I might want to see Metallica. Fuck. Guns N' Roses would be fun. I can throw AC/DC out, but I'm kind of going to roll Motley Crue, Metallica, or Guns N' Roses. I think any of those three, but my personal favorite back in the day was Motley Crue, so I think I got to go with Motley Crue in the heyday, not this version that's pouting out right now. Version. So I think those three, Motley Crue, Queen, and Soundgarden. Okay. How about you?
Well, we are in agreement on the first two. I when I saw this, I was like, Queen 100%.
Yeah.
Soundgarden for sure. At $10, that's like a no-brainer.
It's a fucking steal. Yeah.
So you got $50 left. And like you, I contemplated. I was like, should I go with Van Halen and another $10 one? But I don't really have, and those other 10, I don't want to see any of those other $10 bands. So I agree, you got to go top tier, but I'm gonna go with GNR back in their heyday.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember to this day that Columbia Music. You remember Columbia Music, where they send you CDs like in the fucking mail? The first time I ever did that, the first record I ever got was Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction. And I was like, this is the greatest shit that has ever been invented. I was like, what the hell is this? And it was awesome. So I gotta go with that. Not with Guns N' Roses now, although I heard they're still pretty good, but back in that day. So,
and I would still argue that's the best album from first song to last song ever fucking made. I listened to that in high school so many fucking times, like that whole thing. Like, I love that album. And that's back when you'd like actually get it and listen from fucking beginning to end. And then, you know, you'd waste whatever it was, $15 on something, like hoping it's going to be good. And like, oh, fuck, there's just one good song on this. I just wasted all my goddamn money. And then that's why you had to do that, like whatever it was, the Columbia thing, and get 38 CDs for 17 cents. And then you have to buy 5 more. And then you cancel and change addresses or some shit. There's always a way around it, but somehow everybody made out all right.
Mm-hmm.
I saw this little video. I'll share this. And let me make sure the volume is off. Apparently, a little snake handler here.
Oh, geez.
Putting the snake away. A little trap. And then, ha-cha! And apparently, the middle finger works as good as like cross works on a goddamn vampire. I didn't know this technique was effective in my snake defense. Like, fuck you. Just go on. Thank you.
All right. I'll try to use that next time I'm in the presence of snakes.
I saw that, and then I'll close with this. I didn't know basketball games were super exciting until I saw this going down at a Bulls game.
Well,
I didn't know you can make it rain at the Bulls games.
Apparently, he must be in a suite. Something.
Yeah. So
is that a
no?
Okay, just checking. Oh my God, they're so high up. That's funny.
I know. I sat on the court once. Got to see like I think it was free tickets. It was preseason, but I got to see Jordan courtside.
Whoa.
That was fucking insane because you don't understand how much a person can fly until you sit courtside and you're like, oh my fucking God, are you kidding me?
Insane.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
That's all I got. Should know.
Me too. That has been another edition of MMA Nuts. My name is Ingo Weigold.
Matt Griffith, thanks for playing.